This is ridiculous. Every time I need propane, I've got to unhook everything and go back up and get propane. There's got to be an easier way, and we're going to find it. With the propane tank built in, we just figured there's got to be an easier way. What if I put an additional valve in between here that I could go to another tank that would bypass this and go, and then I could take that and get it refilled. So that's what we found on Amazon, of course. So we bought a kit from Amazon that has a valve that I can bypass and go to, as well as some additional hoses for hooking up additional stuff. Mainly what we're looking at right now though is this valve right here, which will go between the existing regulator and the hose that goes into the actual camper. So we're going to connect that. So we got a 40-pound tank, and you can get these on Amazon. You can get these at your Tractor Supply store. They're not really cheap, but the 40-pound tank will hopefully hold enough while we run the furnace. When this starts to run out, we swap back to what's on there while we're getting the other one filled. Okay, so some safety items first. What we did was, this doesn't hold up by itself, so I tied it up with a strap so that it doesn't come down on my head while I'm down here digging around. All right, so come over, let's get a good look at the compartment here. So what we have is we've got the gas shut off. This is our tank. It's actually built in internally to everything. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the little plastic pieces that hold the regulator cover on. So we're just gonna kind of tap those up out of the way so that when we, so now this particular cover is weird. I've seen some that have been split before that are easy to kind of pull off and on. This one's not like that. So what we need to do, we need this regulator to regulate the amount of gas that's going in. So the valve has to be before that so it can regulate any gas that goes into the system. So you want to make sure that you do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually, we've got the tank closed, so we're going to release this. Now this is a reverse thread, which means normally you would tighten it going this way, but actually that's going to loosen it. Okay. Long threads. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the valve in between. So this valve is basically going to go in like this, okay? These threads are going to go into here, and then I'm going to set this carefully down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some thread tape. Now, because this turns this way, it's going to go in this way. I've got to make sure that my thread tape goes on correctly. We use thread tape just to keep things from leaking. Even though this has got a seal, I just feel more comfortable. Anytime I use gas stuff, I always just use the thread tape. Also, once we get this all connected, I've got a little gas detector. We're going to check and make sure we don't have leaks. Okay, so this is reverse thread as well. So to tighten it, we'll be going in this way. So this is the hose they give you to connect to your external tank. This actually threads inside these threads here. And then it's got, I expected the end to connect into it to be a bigger end than that, but it's the smaller end. So what we're going to do is we are going to see how this puppy's in here right now. And, all right, so that would be the end that we'd keep on there to hold on to. This is going to go into here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put some thread tape on this one. This one is not reverse threads, and it doesn't just spin easily, so we got to kind of hold the hose out straight so we can kind of get it started in there. Now this yellow tape is for gas. Usually it's pink, but what Ace Hardware had was actually yellow, but it is the thicker tape that's actually designed for gas and propane fittings. So what we're going to do now is connect this external gas tank, and we are going to check for any leaks that we may have using our little sniffer. Reverse thread's going into this one. And turn on the gas. And the first thing I'm going to do is come over and listen. See if I can hear any hissing. Don't hear any hissing to begin with, so I'm going to go get my handy dandy tool that will tell me if there's gas leaks. I'm going to actually turn on the gas stove to make sure the gas comes through. Okay, the stove is working. That's a good sign. Also just turned on the furnace to see if the furnace will work and make sure that we have that, and then we're going to go outside and check for leaks. All right, so I picked up this handy dandy little detector. You pull the cap off, it's on the end. It's got a little on-off switch here on the bottom, and it goes through its little light things here for a second. Does a little self-diagnostic, then tells you when it's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this little end here near any of the areas. I'm going to look and see if it gives me any kind of thing, and go around all these little areas right here. All right, I'm going to check the old one over here. So right now I'm going to stick this up in here. So it looks like we don't have any leaks, so that's great. So now, basically what I will do is, if I have to turn this on again, I will actually have it shut off and hook up to a tank that's shut off so it doesn't suck any gas out through the lines. Or when I go to leave and I'm no longer just being in one place, I'll disconnect this, put in my little plug right here, and we'll be back to normal. But now, the cool thing about the campground we're staying in is they've got a really good price on propane. Also, each morning you can drop your tank off. When you come back from work, it's ready to be filled. A lot of times in Georgia, it's above freezing during the day. It just gets cold at night, so we shouldn't have any issues with that at all. No more do I have to unhook the camper and get everything done to go up and get gas. I can just take this tank. For more videos like this, check out our channel and click on one of the playlists. You can also check out our website at www.befreebenson.com. Also, if you found value in this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out. And remember, doing things yourself, staying warm in the winter, not having to friggin' unhook your camper and take it up there to get gas, allows you to be free. See you in the next video.